My name is Randall Peterson, and I'm offering a proposal for a community service project that I believe is not only appropriate for the Kansas City alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity, but also for some of our undergraduate chapters as well. The project centers on registering donors for the National Bone Marrow Registry as a community service initiative. The fact is, 6 people die from blood cancer every hour just in the United States. Leukemia is the number one cause of death by disease in children and young people under the age of 20. Substantial numbers of people are currently living with or in remission from leukemia, yet only 2% of the U.S. population are registered as potential donors. Blood cancer diseases can be treated effectively and cured. That is also a fact. With advances in chemotherapy and transplants of stem cells and bone marrow, leukemia and lymphoma can be cured. So what's worse than having leukemia? It's being black and having leukemia. And I say that because if you're mixed race or an ethnic minority, your chances of finding a life-saving bone marrow donor are drastically reduced. More than 1 in 3 African Americans cannot find a match within the registry. The likelihood of finding a matched adult donor on the registry by patient ethnicity is illustrated here, and you can see the difference in disparity between blacks or African Americans and the majority population, a gap of 54%. We must grow and diversify the bone marrow registry. We have to get folks from our community to participate and to register. People's lives depend on it. Without diversity of donors, minority patients are left without hope. The fact is, the best chance of finding a matching donor is someone who shares your ethnic background. Actually, only 30% of patients have a matching donor in their own families. The remaining 70% must hope that a compatible stranger can be found using the National Registry. Let's look at a few facts about the marrow registry diversity, or its lack thereof, and why ethnicity is the key to a perfect match. Fact number 1, the shortage of diverse donors costs lives. Many blood cancer patients lose their lives because no matching stem cell or marrow donor is found in the worldwide registry. Fact number 2, ethnicity is the key to a perfect match between donor and recipient. So why is it so hard to find a match as a black person? Well, there are many, but it begins with we represent more than 13% of the U.S. population, yet only 7% of the donor registry. Fact number 3, the odds of finding matching donors can be changed. Even though the facts and figures we've looked at seem overwhelming, maybe even insurmountable, we can make an impact. I love this quote from Margaret Mead. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. I'll give you an example. How do we know the odds can be changed? Well, Gift of Life has already done it. Gift of Life is a private marrow registry group that is worldwide, but their story illustrates my point. In 1991, a young man newly diagnosed with leukemia was told he had no hope of finding a matching donor because he was an ethnic Jew. He only had a 5% chance of finding a life-saving match, so doctors told him to do what he could with the short time he had left. That man was Jay Feinberg, founder of Gift of Life. His parents and friends refused to accept that the marrow registry was not diverse enough to help Jay. They started a grassroots effort to find his donor, a 4-year search that added more than 60,000 Jewish donors to the registry and saved dozens of lives. Now, Jay did get his transplant and he went on to found the Gift of Marrow Registry. We believe that every patient should be able to find a donor at the time one is needed. And in partnership with organizations around the world, Gift of Life helped recruit so many donors that today's chance of a Jewish patient finding a donor is 75%. Gift of Life helped change the odds for Jewish patients, and I submit we should be determined to do the same for our community. Our success, though, in doing this begins with each of us contributing in whatever way that he can. Fact number 4, being a donor can be as simple as donating blood platelets. There are lots of misperceptions about what's involved with stem cell or marrow donation. Stem cells, cord blood can be used. There's a variety of different ways, some that aren't much more than a blood transfusion. Fact number 5, the last one. You could save a life and become a hero simply by starting with the first step, and that is joining the donor registry. Now, the process to join the registry is simple. You answer a few health questions and a swab of your cheek. That's it. That's simple. The swab is what you do to register. Doctors search the registry when looking for a match for their patient, and about 1 in 540 actually are called on to donate. And that decision is made based on circumstances and their health situation at the time. But what we need is for people to simply register. Find the cure for leukemia. Someone I love is waiting. The graphic says it all. This is a picture of my wife. She is currently on the patient donor list waiting for a match and a transplant. A match for her currently does not exist within the registry. So yes, I have a personal motivation for this project. But even beyond finding her cure, we need this desperately within our community. Proposed community outreach strategies include launching donor recruitment efforts in alumni and undergraduate chapters, also connecting with established donor recruitment programs. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. And then we need to use recruitment tactics proven to be effective in the African American community. Sigma Gamma Rho sorority, which happens to be my wife's sorority, has had an initiative in place since 1992. I submit that we can seek opportunities to collaborate with them since they already have established a program, and lend our volunteer efforts to support. I've had preliminary discussions on such activities with the local chapter, and the idea has been very well received. So collaborative donor drives would be a place to start. There'd be great recruiting opportunities through church announcements, festivals, social and community events, salons, barbershops, college organizations. All of these are opportunities to spread the word that a simple cheek swab can put you on the registry and potentially match you up with someone with whom you have a chance or an opportunity to save their life. Campus donor programs or drives are great community service projects because donors between the age of 18 and 45 provide the greatest chance for transplant success. The age group of our undergraduates and college students is ideal because transplanting those cells from those individuals provide the highest success rate for patients. I'm proposing an undergraduate initiative starting with the Mu Alpha chapter at Emporia State University and then targeting other Middle Western province chapters, identifying campuses that have undergraduate chapters of both Kappa Alpha Psi and Sigma Gamma Rho may present opportunities for additional collaborative service projects. The bottom line, you could save a life. You could be the cure for someone who's waiting, hoping for a match. But it all starts with the first step, joining the registry. Quick reminder, only 6 of 10 African American patients find the marrow match they need. What happens to the other 4 is up to you. You could be the cure. Thank you.